Hey guys, good evening and welcome to the special session on blogging. Uh, Please confirm if I am audible to all of you, and I'll also post in the chat box. All right, great. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so a couple of things before we start. Uh, if you experience any technical problem during the session, you can please exit and rejoin the meeting. That will fix your problem, most problems. If this doesn't help, then you can speak to the tech team on the numbers you can see on my screen. This is +91 8081 033 033. Add it to the contact list, and if needed, please feel free to connect with the technical team. And once your issue is resolved, come back in the session. Another important thing is uh, that prerequisite for this session is uh, the recorded videos. How many of you have already gone through the recorded videos? Build your blog in 2.5 hours. How many of you have seen this course? Are you seeing this on my screen now? Build your blog in 2.5 hours. You haven't seen this? Okay. What about others? Quickly respond because we have to cover a few things, and this is the only topic we have. Yeah, only session we have for this. Uh, okay, so Samita has gone through it. Where can we find this recording? Okay, you'll find it in LMS. If you don't see this course in your LMS, you should speak to your respective course coordinator and get access to it. Yeah, everybody, is that clear? Because this explains beautifully how to set up a WordPress based website. So, this session is primarily for the people who already have a WordPress based website. Okay. Uh, and For those people who have at least gone through this tutorial, okay, this recorded tutorial. Now you can see it covers everything in detail. Finalizing your niche and get a domain name, get web hosting and install WordPress. So it covers everything over here. Okay, submit your domain and server details and connecting your domain and web hosting. So it covers everything from scratch. Okay, so you don't need to check any tutorial. You really don't need any other session if you go through this tutorial. It explains everything in detail over here. Yeah. And it also includes some customization of the theme that you will be installing, and then how to submit your uh, WordPress based website to Google Search Console or the Webmaster Tools, and then how to add Google Analytics tracking to your WordPress based website, and integrating comment system, and all these things you can see over here. All right. And then it covers how to add articles to the WordPress based website. So it has everything. So I highly recommend, if you haven't uh, gone through this tutorial yet, you please watch this. Next thing you will be doing tomorrow morning, that you will be speaking to your respective course coordinator. Rahul has gone through 9 lesson tutorials. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's right. Satya, that's right. This is the title: build your blog in 2.5 hours. Yeah. Somebody has turned on the mic. Uh, Gaurav, muting you. Yeah. So please check if by chance your mic is on. I've just muted all of you. All right. So I hope this part is clear to everyone. And how many of you have never worked on a WordPress based website? Yeah. So if it is there already, then it's a good thing. Then it's a good thing, Gaurav. So how many of you have never worked on a WordPress based website? Okay, so except Aditya and Samita, everybody has worked on it, right? And Satya also. Okay. All right. So if you feel disconnected everywhere, okay, don't worry about it. Okay. As I have already recommended that you please watch this and you will be comfortable with this. And this is a dummy website that I had set up uh, during the last workshop, this spatial workshop on WordPress, and we will reset everything uh, and we'll reinstall everything from scratch. Okay, although everything is covered in the video tutorial as I have already said, but we'll do that quickly. And When you have to set up a website, okay, you really need to define what your goals are, or what is your objective of having a website. Do you want a blog website? Do you want a lead gen website, or do you need an e-commerce website? And WordPress is a framework that supports all these functionalities. So using WordPress, you can build a blog, or you can build a lead gen website, or you can create your portfolio website, or you can even create an e-commerce based website, right? There are other popular solutions for e-commerce like Magento, and for a content management system, there is another popular system called Drupal. But Drupal and Magento are extremely complex. The beauty of WordPress is this is really simple. You don't need any technical background to manage your website. And if for any reason you need any kind of customization, so WordPress developers are easy. Okay. Whereas with Drupal and Magento, not only the learning curve is steep, the uh, development skill is also limited. Okay. All right. So we'll not cover anything like registering a domain name or hosting your website, because it is already covered in that tutorial. Yeah. Satya, am I audible? Samita, am I audible? Is it only Deepak? Yeah. So Deepak, you said voice gone. Okay, so it's fine now, right? All right. Now, uh, I'll share the links. I'll share the links with you in case you need to register a domain name. I'll quickly show you this domains bot.com, how you can use this tool so that you don't need to apply your brain in case the domain name you are interested in is not available. So let's say you want to register a domain called freakyfridays.com. Okay. So this tool will help you find an alternative to freakyfridays.com if it is not available. As you can see, it has suggested that you can add a dash. freaky-fridays.com is available. Okay. And oddfridays.com available. So what it does, it uses on its own synonyms, and it has suggested those synonyms over here. So you can also try this feature. You can add synonyms on your own. So in case the domain name you are interested in is not available as it is, and all these are the top level domains, TLDs, .com, .org, .info. If you're not interested in any other TLD, for example, you don't want .org, or you don't want info, you also don't want biz and .co. So after clearing all these TLDs, you can submit this once again. So let's say we are interested only in .NET, only in .com. So we can modify this search result. Now it is going to suggest you uh, only the uh, 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 .com TLD. You can see it has done its job really well. uh, strangefridays.com. Yeah. And yeah, there is a funny one. She's freakyfridays.com. And yeah, and weirdfridays.com. So all these options are available. You can try this. I'm sharing this link with you in the chat box. Now tell me one thing. When you register a domain name, okay, do you think registering a .NET or .co.in or .co will help you if a .com TLD is not available? If you want a domain, let's say Satya wants a domain, satya.com, and this is not available for some reason, and satya.net is available. So Satya would be interested in buying a .NET domain. Yeah, you can consider that, Deepak. Okay. Now, uh, as you already know, that .com is for commercial, .NET is for networking website, .org is for non-profit organization, .gov you cannot register, that's reserved for government organization. .edu you cannot register unless you are an educational institution. Okay, so you still have a lot of options. You still have a lot of options. But my question to you, if you say that I have a website, and uh, you tell someone, uh, uh, that I have a website, and you told this guy the domain name, and later on, let's say this one was with .NET. Later on, this person, when tries to access your website, not able to recall that whether it was .NET or something else. So what this person will do? What is that comes to you when you talk about a website? What is that comes to you? .com. That's right. .com. So .NET is for networking, right? Now, tell me one thing. What is Facebook? What is Facebook? Social networking. We all know. Yeah. So, and Satya has already pointed out that it is .com. So despite this is a social networking site, they're using .com. Yeah. Twitter, LinkedIn, they all are using .com because .com is synonymous to a website, isn't it? So as long as you have a very specific requirement for .NET or .org, if you are a non-profit organization, I'll suggest that you stick to .org. If you are a networking organization, okay, and if you think that people can better relate to your website with a .NET TLD, then stick to .NET. In most cases, you really don't need it, right? So just this is just a suggestion, and while registering a domain, you can consider this. And there is another tool which does the similar job. This is namematch.com. I am also posting this link in the chat box so that you can use this tool also in case the domain name you are interested in is not available. Yeah, so .in is for Deepak India, and about the TLDs, your SEO lead trainer will talk about, in detail. So you know that Google search engine has several search engines, isn't it? When you go to google.com, and if you are based in India and you are accessing google.com from India, have you ever noticed that it redirects you to google.co.in? Yeah. So Google search engine is country specific. For example, if you check uh, uh, the Google search engine for Australia. So it is google.com.au. If you check it for UK, so it is google.co.uk. And so search engines are country specific, and definitely a TLD like .in when there are searches from India will help you. But it is really easy to beat that, okay, because that's not the only parameter when it comes to SEO. Those who have done SEO, they understand it already, and your SEO trainer can tell you how to beat that. Okay, so that's just a suggestion what I have said. that you stick to .com. So I think this is enough what we have discussed, and rest you can check in the recorded video. Now, about the information architecture, see, these are few concepts before jumping to WordPress. Let me explain this. Uh, let's go to NDTV's website and understand NDTV, not the cover.ndtv. Let me see. Yeah, that's NDTV. Do you see that this website has several sections like business, movies, cricket, lifestyle, health, food, tech, auto, etc. Now, you go to any website, any online marketplace like Flipkart, or you go to Amazon, you will see their catalogs are organized section wise. So they have root categories or they have sections on their website, and then they have subcategories and subcategories and so on. You can see this structure over here as well. If you are interested into TV and appliances, you will be choosing an option from this menu. If you are interested into sports related stuff, or you're interested in the gaming console, you will be uh, going to the sports and all that. And you can see the same is reflecting in the URL of this page as well. So it's games and PS4, right? So when you go to a store, a big store, you see they have different sections. For example, they have uh, a section for electronics, and then they have a section for grocery, they have a section for cosmetics, they have a section for home decor. So your websites, if it has a comprehensive content structure, should be designed in the similar fashion. Okay, if you visit a store like Chroma, okay, have you experienced it that they have a different section for LED TVs and a separate section for laptops and another section for mobiles? Have you seen that? Have you experienced that in a store like Chroma or Reliance Digital or any other big store? Yeah. So let's assume these are the sections or these are the top level categories. And then you should have subcategories. For example, you can have under electronics LED TVs. And then you can have mobile phones. You can have another called sound bars, or you can have, uh, for example, smart home devices. And then under LED TVs, you may have HD ready, and then you have a full HD, and then you can have 4K, and you can have Ultra K. Yeah. And then under this, you can have your products. For example, it can be like Sony Bravia KLV 300. Yeah. So this is how you are going to add it, or you can have it under the brands also. Under HD Ready, you can have this under brands, right? Okay, so are we clear with the structure? How you would be defining this structure? Yeah. Okay. Now, when it comes to blog, if you have only one topic, you write only on one subject, then it is absolutely fine. You can have the structure of your website the way you want to uh, post your articles. But if you are writing different articles, right, under different categories, let's check one such website. It's a great resource if you are interested into technology. Okay? You can check this blog. Okay, this blog website. Let me share this link also with you. Now you can see they have fantastic articles like what is a SIM card, and how to install fonts on an iPad or iPhone, Gear VR versus Oculus Go, and you can see all of these things, right? And then there are sections like Windows, Mac, iPhone, Android, Smart Home. If you are interested in Smart Home, you want to know more about Google Home or Amazon Echo or the devices supported by Amazon Echo or Google, you can check all that over here. You can see how to use Apple's new multi-room audio feature in AirPlay too. Yeah. So this is how it is. So this is how it is organized. Okay. So if you have articles under various categories or interest wise, so this is how you should be defining it. Okay. Now you can add the categorized content to a WordPress based website. Okay. So we started with this dummy website. I showed you this dummy website that I created only for this training purposes. Just give me a second, please. Yeah. So, all right. So this is the front end of this website, and you can access the back end of a WordPress-based website by going to a URL called wp-admin. Let me show you how you can set it up, how you access it. Okay. So you go to your domain, and then you select wp-admin. This will redirect you to the admin login. There you need to enter your credentials, and you log in. You log in as admin. So this is the WordPress dashboard. Those who have already used WordPress, okay, they are familiar with this. And I have already said this. If you are new to this, you will be very comfortable after watching those video tutorials in your LMS. Okay. Now, one of the important things about a website is engagement. Okay. And if I ask you a couple of questions, okay, uh, would it be okay if I ask you a couple of questions about the engagement? Yeah. Okay. When you go to a website, have you seen something like? Let's go to a website first. Uh, this is another great website which publishes fantastic articles primarily on uh, Linux distribution, a very popular Linux distribution called Ubuntu. Okay, so they cover Linux extensively. And let's say I'm reading an article on this website, okay, let's check this on Google. Uh, MS Office alternative for Ubuntu. And then I see this link, okay, SoftMaker Office 2018. And then I am taken to this page. Okay, uh, what a general user will do. What will you do after reading this article? Will you leave the website? When you are done reading this article, will you leave this website? Will you leave the website from this page? Yeah. Okay. So you you can Uh, okay, you can try this one. Okay, just because it has come into our discussion, this is a free alternative to MS Office. It looks like MS Office. All right. I mean, not only the interface, it is a fantastic free alternative to MS Office. Anyways, so when you are done reading this, most people will read this. Now, what they are doing to hold the users on the website. They want to engage users, isn't it? So they are showing something called related post. Have you seen a related post kind of section on the websites that you visit frequently? Have you seen related post? What is the purpose of a section like a related post? They want you to spend more time on the website. They want you to read or view more pages on the website. Okay, so that is called engagement, and we all understand that. This is one of this component that increases the engagement. Okay, and then they have this comment system. You can see all that threaded comments over here. They want you to be involved in all that. Okay, and you can also see uh, they are showing a popular post on this page at the right side. So what kind of people will visit this website? People who are interested into technology, people who are interested into software, etc., right? And when you are reading an article like this, okay, these kind of articles may catch your attention, and then you will go to those uh, pages or posts, and then you spend more time on this. And that's the objective of this website. They want you to spend more time. Yeah. One of the ways they generate revenue is by showing the ads. You can see this over here. This is a Google ad, and the more time you spend on a website, the probability of clicking a link is higher. Okay, so this is one of the ways they generate revenue. Okay, so for that they need engagement. Of course, they want traffic and they need engagement. You go to any website, any marketplace. So let's say I'm searching for, let's say Deepak told me uh, that now MacBook Air 2016 is available for less than 60,000 rupees. Okay, and I search for that. So I'm searching MacBook Air 2016. And another thing, Deepak told me that you can buy an 8 GB variant for less than 60,000 rupees. So I'm typing as an end user MacBook Air 2016 buy India online. Okay, and then I see links from various e-commerce websites. Okay, and then I decided to visit this Amazon .in, considering the ratings and reviews. Okay, so just give me a second. This is not available right now. One second. One second. Yeah, so this item is currently not available. Okay, so that's okay. But this is still an okay example. So let's go to this one, and this page says this is currently not available, but that's okay. Okay, so now it says that a newer model is of this item is available. Okay, are you seeing this? There is a newer model of this item is available. So this was available some time back. Okay, and this page was showing a 4 GB uh, variant instead of 8 GB, and this was for about 70,000 rupees, 72,000 rupees. Okay, anyways, but the point is, if you are seeing something which is not available, or if you are seeing something what you not expected, okay, something which is not relevant, what will you do? Will you go back to Google? If you are seeing something like this currently unavailable, will you go back to Google? Will this website lose a prospect over here? Will this website will lose a probable conversion over here, right? Is that correct? If you see something like this, now what they're doing, if you're not seeing a product what you expected, you will go back to Google, and this website probably will lose a conversion. Now The point is they have smartly shown this option over here. Okay, they don't want you to leave the website. They're also showing you over here customer who viewed this model also viewed this. Yeah, and we all experience this all the time. Amazon is really good at it, and they're pioneer, of course. So they do everything to engage the user. Yeah, we might stay by seeing similar products. Absolutely. So my point is, you should have all the elements on your website to engage your user more. Okay. So with this, we will be starting looking at the the practical aspect of managing a WordPress based website. Okay. So are we clear so far? Are we clear so far? Are we clear with the agenda also? That we will be doing several things. Number one, we will yes. So I will talk about this, Anand. Number one, uh, when you have a WordPress based website, that how you can increase the engagement. Okay, and I will be sharing all those plugins for a WordPress based website that will help you increase the engagement. Number two is how to uh, speed up your WordPress based website. How many of you know that the page load time is an important parameter of SEO? If your pages are taking a lot of time in loading, okay, this may impact your ranks on SEO. How many of you know that? This is not the only parameter. Okay, so there are several other parameters, but this is one of the important parameters. This is part of user experience, and if your pages are taking a lot of time in loading, then you expect a high bounce rate, and this will also impact, as I said already, your search rankings. Okay, and we will see how many of you think if you have a WordPress based website, then content generation will be a challenge for you. How many of you think generating content for a WordPress based, I mean, for any website for you is a challenge? It will be a problem. Okay. And if I add to it, if you have set up your WordPress based website, I'll show you how uh, newly set up WordPress site looks like. Okay. Then you want to have a dummy content on your website. Okay. So that you know how the theme, how the layout will look like. Yeah. So we'll cover that as well. Okay. All right. So we are already logged on to WordPress dashboard. Okay. This left column shows you all the admin options. You add content from two options over here. One kind of content is a post, and another kind of content is a page. Okay, so there is a difference in the post content and a page content. Okay, this is very important to understand. If you if you want to categorize your content, you use post content type. If you have a kind of static information, okay, then you use the page content type. Page or pages for static information. Static information, for example, about us page, for example, contact us page, privacy policy, or maybe disclaimer, or maybe uh, shipping policies, whatever it is. So this is the content which is not going to change frequently, and you really don't need to categorize also. Okay, but if you are posting a content that must appear under a category or subcategory, then you should uh, add this piece of content as a post content type. Yeah. Yes, Neha. So we will be discussing both the challenges. Number one, the content generation, and then how your website will look like with uh, how your website will look like with the dummy content. Yeah. So yes, Tavish, post content. I have already shown you several examples of the categorized content. So, for example, you want to add this product, okay, or you want to write an article on Sony Bravia KLV 300. You have reviewed this product, and you review products. Okay, so let's assume that you review products, Tavish, and then you review different kinds of products. Okay, you review LED TVs, you review mobile phones, you review sound bars, you review laptops, and then you are adding those articles or all those uh, posts under a category. Okay, in that case, you will be requiring a post kind of content. Okay, if you are selling products and products are categorized, of course, then they will go as the post. Of course, you will not be using the default post content, which is available out of the box when you install a WordPress, this one, because you will be using a system like WooCommerce, which gives you an option for a custom post. Okay, and they are known as products. Okay, they're known as product posts. All right, so is that clear? Did I answer your question? Does that answer your question, Tavish? That what kind of content will go to post? Yeah. Okay. Any content that you want to categorize will be added as a post. Okay. And this is the reason we started with this structure. Okay. And over here under post, you see an option called categories. So you go to categories and you define your category structure over here. Some of the categories are already added to this. You know this. This is already populated website. So you can create more categories. For example, you can create a category called footwear. Okay, and slug is the part of the URL. Okay, if I show you what exactly a slug is to understand it, if we go to this one, so this one EX300, this is a product page. You can see this in the URL that it belongs to category electronics and a subcategory called LED TV and a subcategory called HD ready. Yeah. Can we all see this as part of URL? Let me post it here in the chat box for you, in the text editor for you. Can we all see this? That the name of the category is part of the URL. How many of you know that this is very important from SEO perspective? This kind of URL structure is very, very important from SEO perspective. Yeah, it is. Okay. So you make sure that you are defining the relevant slug over here. So it should be, of course, a lowercase footwear. Are we clear with the slug? So this is going to be like electronics in this URL. Yeah, it's going to be like electronics. So this is the slug. And this is a root level category. So we are not defining any parent category to footwear. And if you want to add some description to the category, you feel free to do that. This is for you. And just click add new category. Okay. Now you want to add a subcategory, let's say women. Okay, and this is going to be women. Okay, the slug is going to be women, and then this is the subcategory under footwear. Yeah. And then you add this. And you will notice this will appear as indented option under footwear. So that shows you that this is a subcategory of this category. Are we clear with this? Are we clear so far? How you use this category management system in WordPress? Yeah. Okay. So if you have a WordPress based website and so far you have been adding content, okay, without a proper structure, I suggest that you restructure it, and at the same time, okay, you make sure that your page redirection is also working. Okay, you can read more about 301 redirect, although this is beyond our today's discussion. If you want to know more about it, you can post it on the Q&A platform, and then I'll happily respond to that. So if your page URL was something like this, let's say this, uh, you had added this directly. Okay, and now you have created a categorized structure. So this is your new URL, and this is your old URL. Now if this old URL is indexed in search engine and you get organic traffic, or some people have bookmarked your page and they click that bookmark, since you have changed the URL, these users will experience a 404 page not found error. Is that clear? Is that clear? When you change the URL, people who are coming through the indexed pages in search engine or the bookmark, they will experience a 404 page. So please do it carefully. I am suggesting and recommending that you should have a proper information architecture, but that should not lead to any error. Okay, so you make sure that you have implemented a 301 redirect for that. Okay, so in case anybody following the old URL, should be automatically taken to the new URL. Okay, WordPress handles this. Okay, so I'll show you that. If today time permits, I'll tell you how it can be implemented easily without any problem. Okay, now we are clear with the information architecture of our website. Now is the time to add some content. Okay, so under the post, you can add a post by selecting option add new. Okay. And then you give the title to your post over here. Okay, so for example, under footwear, we are adding for women's. Let's say we are adding. Uh, what should I write over here? I am not an expert on this. Uh, is that pencil heel? Okay, let's just add that. Okay, just for fun, let's just add that. And then you have to add some content. So you can generate uh, some dummy content from lipsum.com. Okay, uh, you can generate dummy content for your pages from lipsum.com. Okay, you can read more about it. Okay, this is a almost 600 years old system, and it is used in the publishing industry. When they want to see the format and layout, and they don't have the content, they use this filler text. This is called a filler text. You can read more about lorem ipsum over here. Yeah, and let's say I want to generate 5 paragraphs. So I'll go to here. I'll generate 5 paragraphs over here. So instead of writing that ABC, 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 ABC continuously, this is a much better option. Then right click over here and say paste and match style. And I think if you are on Windows, the Chrome will show you the paste as plain text option. Okay. So if you directly paste it instead of using this paste and match style, it will also include the HTML. Okay. This will also include the formatting setting of the text that we have copied. We don't want that. Okay, so that will disturb your layout. So you can simply select the option from here, which is paste as plain text. Okay, and over here on Mac, you can choose the option paste and match style. Okay, so this is how you do it. Now, this is appearing as uncategorized content. So you should check a category this post belongs to. So you just select women, the lowest category from this category structure, and then you publish it. You then publish it. And when this will be reloaded, you will see a uh, proper URL over here. Okay. And this is also not part of the default installation. We will see how to configure the option so that it generates a URL like this. So is this a fine URL now? Is this a fine URL for your post? Is this including everything? Is this including everything that we wanted? a proper category structure here in the URL itself. Yeah. All right. Okay. So as I said that I'll explain you this in some time how you can generate this, because out of the box it is not configured this way. All right. And we'll not be covering this in much detail because uh, this is already covered beautifully by the other trainer in that recorded videos. You can add a featured image, for example, over here, and you can upload an image from your computer, or you can use an image which is already available in your media library. Okay, so let's just upload this one. Okay, and give this a title. Let's call it, for example, pencil heel, and then I am saying again pencil heel, and alt text is very important. You know that already, and then you will be writing the same text, which is, so this is the text which is describing your image, right? And we'll say set featured image. Okay, and then we will update this. Okay. Beyond this, you will be checking in the recorded videos. Okay, the recorded video also covers the Yoast SEO. Okay, yeah, all that. Yes. So that's a good question, Paligar. Number one, it can be part of a theme that you have installed. Okay, and in some cases there are workarounds that you can do it. Okay, so for example, you can use a plugin for that. You can use a plugin for that. Yeah, so that's a that's a good point you have raised over here. So we'll see that. Okay, we'll see if it is available in the theme that we are installing. Otherwise, we can do this with a plugin. Yeah. All right. So are we clear so far about the SEO thing? Okay, the on-page optimization. Okay, there is a plugin called SEO by Yoast. There is a plugin called SEO by Yoast, and it is already covered in the tutorial. So I am not going to spend time on that. Okay. I'll just write the name of the plugin for you here in the text editor. This is SEO by Yoast. All right. Now, adding a content of type page is really simple. Okay. You go to pages over here, and you go to add new. Okay, or you can list already added pages. Uh, we know that if we have to add a static kind of information, okay, which doesn't change frequently, number one, and it is not categorized also, there you use this kind of content type. It's no different than the post when it comes to adding a new page, except you cannot choose a category over here. You cannot choose a category over here. You can see this category is completely missing. That box is completely missing. Okay. However, you can choose a uh, page, another page, as a parent of the page that you are adding now. Okay, but in most cases it is not needed, and uh, you can uh, you can add a page directly, okay, without choosing a parent page. Okay, that's really not needed in most cases. And you see this interface, this is no different than your uh, post pages, right? Post content. So this is about adding content, and let's see how do you get that uh, nicely formatted URL. So for that, you go to the configuration settings. So here is the option settings, and you access it as permalinks. Right? Permalink is by default set up differently, and you have to specify this structure over here. Okay. So if I remember correctly, this is by default it is like this structure, day and name. This is this structure, day and name. Let's change it and reload this page. This structure has changed. Okay, and if I reload this page, you will notice this is happening in the URL itself. Are you seeing this? The URL has changed now. So out of the box, this is the kind of URL you will be seeing, and this is not a good URL from SEO perspective. So you should change it. You go to the settings, you go to permalinks, and then choose the custom structure over here. Choose the custom structure over here, and remove everything, and then use percent category, and then percent post name. Are we clear? Use percent category, and after that percent post name. This is it. This is how you do it. Are we clear, everybody? Okay. All right. And then you save the changes. You reload it. You reload this page, and the new uh, URL structure can be seen over here, right? Okay. Now, okay. All right. Let me show you the page. See, we'll do this at the end of the session. I mean, finding the right theme. I tell you the reason. Okay. Because we'll not be wasting any time over here. Okay. If we start doing this right now, it may take some time setting up every content and everything, and we'll not be able to uh, uh, check everything in detail. Okay. So I'll explain you at the end of the session that how to find the right theme for your website, and how to install a theme, and how to import the sample content. So I'll clear this installation. I'll clear this installation. I will reset it. There is a plugin for that. Okay, that does the job. Yeah. Now, before this recorded tutorials were available, uh, we used to cover some of the plugins in the live session, like SU by Yoast and Google Analytics Monster Insight. Now, they're already covered in detail in the tutorial, so I'm going to skip it. Now, we talked about engagement, okay, and there are plugins that you can install on your WordPress based website. For example, top 10. So top 10 is your popular post. Okay. So top 10, and this is the plugin name, top 10, and this is the developer's names, Ajay D'Souza. So if you simply check it, you go to install a plugin, you go to plugins section, and then you go to add new. Yes, Jagan, I'll tell you about the child theme also. Okay, yeah, sure. That is for the advanced users, but if time permits and if you're interested, I can tell you. Yeah, that's okay. So you can install a plugin. The beauty of WordPress is that you can install a plugin, a theme on the fly. So we are here under plugins, add new, and I'm looking for something called top 10. Yeah. So this is the plugin. There are 40,000 plus active installations. Okay. And on the website, oh my god ubuntu .com, we have seen that. Let me take you back to it. Yeah. Okay, they're showing you the popular post. So the top 10 is a similar kind of plugin which shows your popular posts uh, on your website, right? So this is the plugin that you will be installing for this requirement. And I have already installed this and activated this. Installing a plugin is really simple. All you have to do is click the button install now. And once it is installed, you have to click the button activate. Now, if you are looking for, this is very important. If you are looking for a plugin, see, plugin is the additional functionality. As the name implies, plug in. You are plugging a new functionality to an existing system. Okay, so this functionality is not part of the default installation. So by installing a plugin, you add it to. Like we use a lot of plugin in our Chrome browser. Okay, you can see that there is a screen capture tool, Nimbus screenshot, and this is not the part of Chrome by default, and you want to you want to capture a screen, so you install a plugin for that. For example, if I want to take a screenshot of it, I have installed this Nimbus screenshot. I'll right click on it and I'll say Nimbus screenshot. Visible part of the page or the entire page, which will include the part which is not available, which is not the part which is not visible in the first fold. You can see everything over here. Yeah, so if this is an example of a plugin. By installing a plugin, you are enhancing the functionality of your system. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Deepak. Like Chrome extensions, absolutely right. Now, if you are installing a plugin on your WordPress-based website, so I said this is really important. You should know about it. For example, Google Analytics. It shows you many plugins for the functionality that you want to add to your website. So there is a plugin called Google Analytics Dashboard for WP, and there's another plugin called Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insight, and and there are other plugins also, GA Google Analytics, and this one called Google Analytics. Now the question is, which one you should install? So there are two simple methods by which you can choose the best plugin. Number one, if you are really not sure, you Google about it, that which is the plugin which is best for this functionality for WordPress. This list also shows you the plugins depending upon the number of active installations. You can see there are 1 plus million active installation of this plugin. Okay, and this was updated 3 weeks ago. So this shows this plugin is maintained by someone who is going to support it for very long term, right? And it is a 4.5 star rated plugin, and you can see 361 ratings. Okay, so this makes this plugin very credible. Okay, you can safely install it. And when you have shortlisted two or three plugins, you can check or you can compare them uh, through Google. You just go to Google and say Google Analytics dashboard for WP versus Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insight. So you can compare that. Now, there are many plugins that we recommend, okay, because we have used them. In our experience, they are good. So for Google Analytics, you will be installing Monster Insight, okay, and um, uh, some of the plugins have already been suggested in the recorded video tutorials. There is a list I have over here for you. Okay, so I'll be sharing this list with you. Deepak will talk about this. Jagan will talk about this. We will talk about this. Okay. Since we were installing that plugin top 10, and it is important to understand if you are seeing, because that's not the only requirement we may have. So this is how you are going to select the best plugin for your requirement if there are more than one options. Okay. So we are assuming that we have installed the top 10 and activated that plugin. So if you go to the installed plugins list, you will see that over here. So this one is appearing, top 10. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it looks like on the front end. So I'm here on the front end. This is appearing by the heading popular on this website, and we are showing only the the images from all those articles. You can configure this in a way that with the image you can show the post sports title also, as we have seen here on Oh My God Ubuntu. So this is appearing with an image, and this is the title of the article. And this one, for example, 11 things to do after installing Ubuntu, and this is appearing with a with an image. Okay, in our case, only the image is appearing. I said already that this is configurable. Okay, and when you install it, you will find this option of a top 10 over here, and then you can go to settings, or you can check what popular posts are. So let's go to the settings here. So these are the popular posts. Now the criteria of a popular post is, you can define all that over here. Now one thing you should remember, if your website is a thin website, okay, then you can define a period which is uh, very long. Okay? For example, you can say that in 3 months, okay, or maybe in 6 months. Or if you have a website where you are adding content uh, frequently, and this is not a thin website, then you can define it as a very small period, for example a week. So the posts that have been seen in that period, in a week's period, you can define that. Yeah. Vikas is asking, I have a blog containing lots of content page where I need to update content frequently. How can I post a particular post on a particular page? Now if you have a lot of content, uh, so I believe you are saying that you have a lot of pages on your website, Vikas. Okay, and then you are updating the content of that page, right? So let's say you have a page called XYZ, and you are updating the XYZ page. Is that what you are saying? Okay, so you can added this. You can added this. I mean, you can go to a post directly and you can edit it. That's the straightforward method. But if you want to update, if you are looking for some kind of automation, are you looking for some kind of automation where you don't have to go to a page and then update the content? You want this to be updated automatically? I mean, by importing some Excel file or CSV file? Okay, so probably I don't understand your question. Tell me. You can post this question, Vikas, to the Q&A forum, because this is a very specific, question, and I would gladly answer it over there. Okay, let's save some time for the topics that we are here to discuss. Yeah, yeah. Will that be okay? Yeah. All right. Great. Now, you can see in the settings of this plugin, for example, what should be the thumbnail size. We have seen these posts are appearing under the popular on this website as and then you can define this size over here. Okay, you can define this, what should be the thumbnail size. I have given this 250 by 250. Of course, that will be uh, uh, the proportionately resized image. Okay, and you can force image cropping if you turn this option, hard cropping thumbnail. Okay, and if you think that doesn't work with your images, so you can leave this option from here. Okay, all right, so this is the plugin that you use, and you go to appearances, and then you go to widgets. Let's launch this widget uh, option here in a new tab. You can see what I did. I dragged this popular post top 10 to this sidebar. Okay, so this is adding a widget. Okay, it is again covered in the basic tutorial. So you can add this to the sidebar like this. Okay, I have done that already, so I'll not be saving it. And then you define over here. So I said that if you have a thin website and you think you want to show the same post and you don't want to make any changes, so you can choose a period, for example, overall. Or if you have a website where you are adding content frequently, so the popular post will be chosen from that defined period. For example, you can say 7 days. Okay, you can choose a 7 days option. Okay, and what do you want to show over here? You want to show just the thumbnails, or you want to show the thumbnails in line after the title, or only thumbnail, no text. So the default, I mean, the settings, what we are seeing over here on this page are like this: only thumbnails, no text, and this is overall. Okay, and the number of posts that we want to show under this popular on this website, just 3 posts. So we are seeing over here only the 3 posts. You can rename this from here. Instead of writing popular on this website, you can write popular this week, or whatever, popular this week, and then you can show let's say 4 posts. I'll get rid of this one, the one that I added. Okay, and let's save this one. Reload this page. Instead of popular on this website, this is now appearing as popular this week, and instead of 3 posts, now we can see the 4 post thumbnails. Are we clear with the popular this week, everybody? Are we clear? Yes. Okay, so if you need this to increase the engagement on your website, and you have all the options, I have shown you that. You want to show the title, you can show the title. Okay, with the thumbnail. You can also control the size of the thumbnail as well. Okay, so this is the plugin that you should be using. Now for the related post, okay, there is a plugin. Okay, let's go back to the plugins page. Add new. This is called contextual related posts. So this is the plugin that we will be installing for showing the related post. Okay, and you can install it. Okay, it's not already installed over here, and then you can activate this. Once this is installed, okay, you can configure this uh, by going to settings and then the option called related post. So it works in 2 ways. Number one, it will take automatically the related posts and will start showing it. Okay. The other method is you can define what are the related posts. Okay, and whether you want to include pages under the related post or not. So generally, it is not a good idea including pages as a related post, because we know that page type of content is for static content. and it's not our uh, the the content that we are adding uh, frequently, or it is not our main content. So you can turn off this pages option, and caching output you really don't need, because I'll tell you a better option than turning on caching over here. All right, so then save this option. Now it says how many related posts you want to show. So this is the number which is by default set. You want to show 6 related posts, or you want to show 3 related posts. So that's up to you. You can change this option from here, and you can go through all these options over here. I'll share a tutorial link with you. I'll share a tutorial link with you for this. Just give me a second. So this is the tutorial that explains you how to use contextual related post in detail. So as you can see, this is explaining in detail. Okay, and it's about a 10 minutes long tutorial. Okay, all right. So let's uh, go to a post over here by listing all posts, and added this one. Neha, I understand, because this session is for people who already have a WordPress based website, or those who have already gone through the recorded videos, right? So that's what I said in the beginning. I can understand what you're saying, but there is a time constraint here. Huh? So what I'll do, uh, at the end of the session, I'll reset this WordPress based website, right? And I'll set it up from not really from scratch, but I'll set it up by installing a theme and importing the dummy content. And the other part you can check in the recorded videos. Okay, so those videos I've said, those videos are really fantastic, and the pace is really good, and the step by step explanation is really amazing. Even somebody who is not uh, tech savvy can create a WordPress based website. Yeah. So that would be really helpful. Now we can add this one pencil heel, uh, the post we added. And if you scroll down, uh, you will see this newly added option, contextual related post. Now, you want, when somebody is viewing this uh, post, pencil heel, and you want to show 2 more posts over here, you can manually control this. But for that, you need to specify the post ID. I tell you, this is really simple. Go to your post that you want to appear as a related post when somebody is viewing this post called pencil heels. Now, this is the one that you want to show. So hover over, and at the status bar, just note the post ID. I'm not sure if you can read this at the bottom, but the post ID is 248. I can go to this post to show you in the URL that the post ID is 248. Is post ID clear to everyone? You make a note of the post and then you paste it over here. And then you take another, which one we would like to add. Let's say the chocolate. Okay, this one, chocolate, and the post ID is 31. So I will say 248 comma 31. So this is how you control it manually, and then you save it, then you update it. We'll go to the front end. Once it is updated, we'll reload our post, this page, and you can see the related post. Everybody, is that clear? EX300 and chocolate. Are we clear with the contextual related post? How can you show a related post on a page to increase the engagement, right? So this is what we have seen on this popular website, popular post and the related post. So the similar thing can you can also implement by using these two plugins. Yeah, I have already shared the tutorial link with you, which explains how to use a related uh, contextual related post in detail, but you now have a fairly good idea how can you use it. Okay, all right, if you think at any point of time that the automated related posts are appearing weirdly sometimes, because it is the algorithm which is going to decide if two posts are related or not, and if you think this algorithm is not doing the job perfectly, you can disable that option and then you can use the manual option. Okay, and in any case, you do not want any page to appear as a related post, so you can disable this one. You have this option over here. Uh, you can disable related post display. So if this is checked, then contextual related post will not automatically insert the related post at the end of the post content. So this is how you control it. Okay. Now we talked about the speed of your website. So, and I think Jagan and somebody else also said that should we install limited number of plugins? Okay, because by installing more plugins unnecessary will impact the performance of your website or the page loading, right? So let's see a page like uh, this Vitara Brezza on Maruti's website. Let us see. You have to notice that this page took a lot of time before it loaded completely. Let me reload this, and you notice once again. Is this page is loading fast enough, or it is taking time? Is this loading fast enough, or it is taking time? I'm on a 40 Mbps connection right now. Okay, and still it took some time. Okay, this is not a good signal. So you can use a tool like page speed site from Google to check what are the issues with this page and how you can improve it. So page speed insight tool is analyzing this. Okay, now it says on a mobile device the page speed is slow. Okay, and optimization is good. It is showing us 82 out of 100, so optimization is good, but the page speed is slow. Okay, you can read more about page speed uh, tools inside over here by going to the home and the guide, so you can read more about it. Now it is saying you can optimize this page further. Okay, and not only it is showing you that this page is not loading at a good speed, it is also suggesting you some fixes. For example, you can optimize images. Okay, you can optimize images. Now when you optimize your images, you can reduce the size by 2.4 MB. without losing the sharpness of the images or the quality of the images. Not only this, this tool is showing giving you optimized images over here. If you want, you can download it and you re-upload on your website. It is also giving you the optimized JavaScript and CSS files. Now you can see what is already optimized. The CSS is already minified here. The JavaScript is also minified over here. The HTML is also already minified over here. Okay. Now, what is the minification process? I tell you. Let's say on a web page, you have four images, three JavaScript files, and two CSS files. And when you go to this page, okay, and let's say this page is mydomain.com slash mylandingpage.html. Now your user is visiting this page. Now visiting this page will have many web requests. So one request for the page itself, okay, page, then four requests for the images, and three for JavaScript, two for CSS. So this is not one web request. This is 10 different requests to the web server. Are we clear? When you are accessing a web page that has images, multiple images, JavaScript files, and cascading style sheet files, CSS files. So you are not requesting for one page itself. You are requesting for all these resources. Are we clear? So instead of, we are thinking that we have requested for one page, but in turn, there are nine more requests. Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear what is a web request? Okay. Now, if instead of asking for three JavaScript files, okay, if you have a system where uh, all the JavaScript files can be requested in one request, so this will change to as four images, one JS, one CSS. Now, how many requests this time to the web server? This is one page itself, four images, five, six, and seven. So instead of 10, you are requesting for seven resources. Yeah? So this is part of the minification. Okay, and it does beyond that. We'll not get into the technical details of the minification, but this is one of the things it does. Okay, and there is a plugin for that. WordPress is a great platform. It has a plugin that does this for you, and you really don't need a developer. You don't have to do anything. It will do this automatically for you. So this is one thing. And about the image optimization, there is a plugin. I'll tell you that plugin as well. Okay, that will optimize all your images. Now let's check another uh, tool, which is GT Metrics. Let me post these tools to you. The one from Google we used is this. You check all your primary landing pages, and this is GT Metrics. You can use this as well. So let's post this URL to GT Metrics and analyze. There's one more tool. I mean, there are many more tools, but you can use these three tools to understand the performance of your pages. This is tools.pingdom.com. Let us see what is the result of GT matrix analysis, and then you can choose the testing location. So we are testing it from Melbourne, Australia, on Pingdom. So it has generated. Page speed score is 51%, and Slow is a Yahoo tool. Okay, and fully loaded time was 13 seconds. So ideally, your page should be loaded within 7 seconds. Okay, if you Google about it, you would know that the bounce rate will increase uh, if your page is not loading within 7 seconds. And let me check if I have a URL for this page speed, load time, and the bounce rate. Yeah, so this is uh, one of those resources that you can check page speed and bounce rate. You can check all that over here. Okay, here is the link for you. All right, so we were talking about GT metrics. So it is saying that the page loaded in 13.2 seconds, and the total page size is of 7.63 MB, and there are 404 requests also. Yeah, and if you are more interested in knowing in detail, you can check everything over here. What all can be optimized, all that you can see. What is already optimized and what more can be done on this. Okay, this the report from Pingdom is ready, and it says for Pingdom, when it was tested from Melbourne, Australia, the page was loaded in 7.22 seconds. So it depends on the the latency also, where you are accessing it from. Okay, so let's check it. Maruti's website, if we are accessing it from India, how much time it is taking. So what you can do in this case, you can use Chrome's developer toolbar. How many of you have used Chrome's developer toolbar? How many of you have used the Chrome's developer toolbar? Okay. All right. So when you are in browser Chrome, go to the settings menu, this triple dot, go to more tools, and then choose developer tools. Please make a note of it. Go to more tools, developer tools, and then you go to yes, I'll show it once again. So go to settings menu, more tools, and developer tools, and then switch to network tab if you are not already there. Reload your page by pressing the Control R or Command R, or you can also click this one. My bad. Let's go back to network. Yeah. So can you see this? Uh, what is happening here? When you loaded this, it says 7.7 MB transferred. This is what we saw somewhere. Uh, this is saying page size is 9 MB, and this one is saying the page size is 7.63 MB. So page size on GT metrics is matching with the Chrome's developer toolbar. Yeah, now it is increasing. Now it is still not load. So it's not loaded yet. Yeah, so it has reached 8.7 MB so far. Okay, and the page load time is 16.48 seconds. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone that how to check the page size, the total data transfer for one page, and how many web requests are there? Can you see this? 266, 268 request, 8.7 MB transferred, and load time is 16.48 seconds. So this is a page that requires a lot of optimization. Are we clear? Are we clear how to use Google Chrome's developer toolbar to check the real performance of the page from our own connection? Everybody, is that clear? Now, you should not install too many plugins unnecessary, as Jagan mentioned some time back. So that's right, Jagan. You should not be installing plugins unnecessary. And uh, if you have installed a plugins for experiments, so please don't do this on a production server. Don't do this on a live website. You should have it on a staging server, right? And there you experiment on it. Otherwise, for experiment purposes or testing purposes, these plugins will impact the performance of your web pages, and this will lead to a higher bounce rate. I have already shown you this report, that how the page speed is related to the bounce rate. Higher the page speed, expect a very high bounce rate. Yeah. So this is a very important thing. In case you have installed a lot of plugins on your website and you are not using them, so uninstall those plugins. Okay. So this is about the performance and using the plugins. Uh, no, Deepak. So make sure you understand that what you are installing. If you uninstall something, that will break your website. So please don't do that. If you are not really sure about a plugin, then you can speak to your developer or your development team, and then only you uninstall those plugins. Now, the request imply the web request that I told you. You were clear with this part, that how many web requests will be there, Tabish? Yeah. So this uh, this is showing you that there were 273 requests. You can see all those requests over here. Can you see this? Can you see all the resources requested when you asked for this page with Arab Reza? Yeah. You didn't install, they were already there. Okay, all right. Then you can make a list of, or you can take a screenshot of this and post it on the Q&A platform, and then I'll have a look at it. Or any other, the trainer will have a look at it. So 3000 request, Tabish, your page is showing 3000 requests. That's a lot of request. You can control. Yeah, so I'll tell you, Rahul. I'm coming to that only. Okay. Now, uh, there are plugins using that you can improve the performance of your website. For example, to optimize your images, you can use a plugin called WP Smash. Okay. We all click images using our smartphones, okay, or our high-res digital cameras, and we upload many a times. We upload those images as it is, isn't it? That's what we do. We upload images as it is. Now, these images could be of 2 MB, 3 MB, 5 MB, or even more. Okay. Now, you can think of what your user will experience if you are delivering a 3 MB image or a 4 MB image. and it will be even more frustrating when you have multiple images on the page. So you can install a plugin called WP Smush to optimize your images, and this one will, let's go to the media. You get this option called WP Smush after installing this plugin. Let me show you how this plugin can be installed. The method is same. You go to add new option, and then you look for the plugin you are interested in this case WP Smush. So I'll type Smush here. So this is the one, Smush image compression and optimization. Okay, and you can see that there are 1 plus million active installation. This is a 5-star rated plugin. There are 3,873 ratings, and it was updated 3 days ago. Okay, so Rahul, does that answer your question? Use Smush. Okay, when Smush is installed, you can see an option under media and go to WP Smush. This will be loaded, and it says all images are smushed and up to date. Okay, if your images have not been optimized, it will give you the option to smush or optimize them. Let's recheck the images. Okay, so everything is fine on this website. All the images are already optimized by this Smush. Now, the beauty of this plugin is if you have already uploaded images, this will optimize them. And once this is installed, okay, for any newly uploaded image will automatically be optimized. Are we clear? Are we clear? So what Google page speed tool was suggesting for optimization of images can be achieved with the help of this plugin, right? Okay, now for the minification, you can install a plugin called WP Total Cache. Let me show you over here on the installed plugins. You can see this one, WP, this is W3 Total Cache. The plugin name is W3 Total Cache, and this is active on this website. And then you will get this option called performance, or you will get this option called performance. Now, this will automatically improve the performance out of the box. Number one, it will start caching for faster delivery of your pages that have already been viewed. And this will also take care of minification and yeah, of course, and other optimization. So there are two versions available, the paid one and free one. So we are okay with the free versions of WP Smush and W3 Total Cache. So these plugins will take care of your website's performance. Your pages will really load faster. Okay, are we clear so far? Are we clear so far? Okay, so let's reset this website, and even to reset to back. Okay, how important it is for you that you have a website for testing purposes. Now you want to reset it. You don't want to install everything again, but you want to reset it to the original WordPress installation. Is it important? Is it important for you? So let's say you have installed it on your desktop. You have installed it on a laptop, and you want to reset it. Okay, so there is a plugin for this as well. Okay, and this plugin is called Reset. I have already installed this plugin, and you will see this over here in the installed list of plugins over here. So Reset WordPress. This is the one. This is the one. And if I want to reset it, so I'll go to the tools, and then I'll select the option called Reset WordPress. And it says to confirm the reset operation, type reset dash WP. So I'm doing this and reset it. It is warning you once again that this action cannot be undone. Okay, and clicking OK will reset your database to default installation. That's what we want to do. We want to clear this installation so that we can reinstall the theme and everything else. Now let's go to the front end. So this is the default installation. How many of you have seen a WordPress installation? I mean, WordPress after the installation. How many of you seen WordPress after the installation? Have you seen that it looks like exactly like this? So the plugin did the job. It reset everything. Now, Neha, are you there in the session? Now we can install a free theme. Okay. All right. So you were asking about setting up WordPress. So this much part is already covered in the recorded videos. So I'll show you. I'll go back to the dashboard and I'll show you that the posts that we had added are no longer available. The pages that we had added are no longer available. It has removed everything. Okay, and it has also removed all the themes that we had installed over here. And okay, now this is the default theme. This is 2017, and this is the active theme. But this looks really ugly, and we want a theme which looks really good. So I'll tell you a free themes. Okay, and for that let's go to the themegrill.com. This is a website you can download free themes from. Okay, now there are two versions available, a free version and a paid version. Okay, for many themes. This theme is a free one. Okay, so we can download if we need this one, or you can try a demo of this theme. Now, these are some other popular free themes on this website. Let me share the link with you of this website. This is the list of all the free themes available on this. And let's say I'm interested in installing a theme like this. Okay, a radiate, or maybe a theme like this, color news. Okay, or any other theme that I'm interested in. You can also check their demo. Okay, let's check the demo of the theme radiate. Let's go to free version demo in a new tab. Okay, now this is the demo. Do you think it's a good looking theme? Is it a good looking theme? And if you have this, you can replace the images with your images. You can replace the this dummy content with your own content. How about if you have this on your website as it is? Will it be a great idea? Will it be helpful that you have a fully set up website with dummy content? Now you can edit all the posts one by one with the real content, and you really don't have to worry about how your website will look like, because you have already experienced it, right? So this is the theme grill. and the theme name is Radiate. Now, theme grill themes are already available on WordPress repository. You can simply go to Appearance and Themes, and you can install a new theme by clicking the Add New, the way we do it for the plugins, and go to this theme name is Radiate. You can install it from here. Okay, so this theme is installed on this WordPress installation already. Let's, in your case, if you are doing it when it is not installed, it will appear with the install option. You can click on install, and let's activate this. Okay, so we have uh, activated this theme. Let's reload our dummy website homepage, and let's see if this is appearing. Now this is appearing. Yeah, this is appearing. This is looking okay, but we don't have the content. Okay, now the next step is to get the content. Yeah, the next step is to get the content. Now when you are here in themes, after installing and activating a theme grill theme, it says the following recommended plugin is currently inactive. Okay, so if you haven't installed the theme grill demo importer, you install it and then you have to activate it. So let's activate this theme grill demo plugin by visiting the list of plugins we have already installed. So let's go to plugins in a new tab and activate theme grill demo importer. If it is not already installed, you just install the uh, theme grill demo importer plugin. Let me share a tutorial also with you how to import demo content for free WordPress uh, themes from theme grill. Yeah, so I'm explaining this. In case you need to refer to this, you can check the tutorial I have already shared with you. So we have activated this uh, plugin, and once you have activated it, you go to your theme, okay, or you go to the demo importer option, okay, and upload the demo from here. Okay, so now we are here in the demo importer, okay, and you just go to import, this option import, and say okay. This is now importing. Okay, this is now importing. As you can see, the import is taking place. So let's just wait for a minute and this import will be done. So now it has been imported. No, Rahul, no, I haven't installed anything on this dummy. Okay, so we have imported this data, and let's now uh, preview it. Now let's preview it. Do we have the fully populated website now? Let's go back to this one and reload this one. Do we have a fully populated website? Yes, everybody, is that clear? Neha, did you see that? How simple it is. It is a one single thing. Yeah, I took some time today because they have changed the system. Okay, so this is really simple. Okay, so now what you have to do, go to all the articles one by one and replace the content with yours. Okay, so let's say I want to add this one, parallax header. I'll go to this page where in the browser where I'm logged in as an admin, and then I'll click on added page, and then I can simply replace this content. I can simply replace this content with my content, and then you can update the featured image also. Yes, so this is how you will be doing it. Now populating content is really simple for you because you will be simply visiting any page, any post, and replacing it with your own content. Now about customizing this is already covered in the recorded videos, but the option to customize this theme which is installed is available over here. You go to appearance and you go to customize, and there you will see uh, the option to customize your theme. For example, you want to change the site title. You don't want to make it radiate. Let's check. Let's say Peter Pan writes. Okay, and publish. So we have updated the title of our website. Let's reload this on the front end. This is appearing as Peter Pan writes. Okay, and you want to upload a logo or you want to change the header image. All these options are available over here. You can change the header from here. Okay, you can even upload a video over here. So if I don't need any of these header images, I can hide these images. If I want to change it, I can add a new image. So let's select from media library if there is anything available. Yeah, so this is okay, this has some images but not the one that I want. So let's go to select files, and let's check it in the 1 second. Let's find an image. This one, for example, Peter Pan background image. Let's upload this. Okay, and if you want to crop this, you can do this. Select and crop. You want to crop it or you don't want to crop it, so that's completely up to you. Okay, so I want to do this. Just wait for a while, and you will notice this header image is now updated. We'll publish it and we'll check it on the front end. You can also update a lot of things over here. For example, you want to change the logo, you can do that. You want to change the button colors, you can do that. For example, you don't need this color, you want a different color for your buttons, you can select a color from here. So, and you can preview it before you apply this. Okay, so make sure that you have selected the right option before you say publish. Are we clear? So this is all for today's workshop. You now know how to install a theme, a free theme, which is not only a good looking theme, which is a responsive as well. Okay, if we look at this one, you want to check it how it looks on a mobile browser. So let's do that. In fact, we can check it directly on the demo website, but I will quickly show you over here. So this is how it will look on a iPhone Pro, and let's change it to 100%. Yeah, this is how it will look. Let's check this demo of Theme Grill directly on their website. This one, free version demo, and how it will look on a mobile. This is how it will change the layout. It is responsive. It is responsive, right? And you can see by changing the view from here how it will look on a tab, how it will look on a desktop. So this is it. So this is it, and let me see if I can quickly fetch a feedback link, another feedback link. Just give me a second, please. Okay, so I'm not able to connect. All right. So we will email you the links. We will email you the links, and uh, you can submit your feedback. All right. In case you want to share it here in the chat box, you can please do that. Is there any difference between paid SSL certificate and free? Yes, definitely, Rahul. So SSL certificate, if you are using a free one, okay. So okay. So what is your requirement first of all? Tell me. Why do you need a SSL certificate? For your blog website? Okay. Then free one from your hosting company will be okay. The free one will be okay for you. If you have an e-commerce website, then you should go for a paid one. When we create website, it is necessary to register domain. So I want to know the free domain registration method. There is no free domain registration method, Neha. However, you can get a domain at a discounted price. Okay, so you just go to Google and look for a deal if there is one available. For example, you can say register.com domain India online. Okay, so that's what you will be searching uh, on Google, and you may see a deal. Okay, you may see a deal. For example, right now they are offering .in domain at just 199. Okay, let me see if I had some screenshot. Yeah, so this is the one from GoDaddy. When I look for when I search for register.com domain, so there was an offer. A .com domain could be registered for 125 rupees only. Okay, you are okay. All right, not a problem. So you can check there as well. Free, there is no free option. There is no free option. But that's damn cheap. I mean, if it's just about $2 or $3, just about $2 or $3 on a discounted price. Okay, any other question, guys? Yeah, you can check that. Okay, any other question before I sign off for the day? You can do that, Rahul. Do you have a paid version of this? No, then you can deactivate that. You can deactivate that. That's not a problem. You can deactivate that. And I suggest that you use a plugin called Backup Buddy, okay, for your backup requirements. Make sure that you always have a complete backup of your website. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you and good night. Rahul, okay, so I am not able to get a feedback link. You can submit the feedback later. We will email you the feedback link. to all the participants. We'll share the feedback link. Yeah. But guys, so thank you so much and good night.